And so, my dearest flower, I was so fond to share my simple country sports with thee. The sun shone hard that day, and nature sang, and horses stamped the earth light-heartedly, as even thee, a kindred soul I found. And your grey dappled beast, it seemed to fly like Pegasus, so thrilled to bear thy weight. Alas, I must confess to thee a secret, that I for once did envy that dumb beast. Hamlet. P.S. You'll forgive my last comment, if I have overstepped the bounds of modesty.
Dear Lord Hamlet, my most honoured prince, so many million thanks for such sweet hours. My spirit soared upon the wind, just like the falcon sweeping so majestically, and that did faithfully return to thee. Its powerful wings floated so high and strong above the strife and turmoil of the world. And though the wind that afternoon was light, its wings did barely tremble on the air, demanding just the merest kiss of breath to keep it soaring and empyrean. So oft I too wish I could sigh the skies, and strangely in my dreaming world I do, as if in some past life I was a bird. For so familiar is this urge in me. And when I first awake, between dark and light, before the veil of night is quite removed, I sometimes do believe, in fact, that I could simply lift my arms, stretch out, and fly. Oh. What childish, wretched thoughts I write to thee. I blame thy princely generosity, encouraging such words to tumble free. Ophelia. P.S. You did not overstep the bounds of modesty. Your candidness was flattering to me, although I must confess, a crimson tide invaded these pale shores for quite some time.
Ophelia, forgive me. Oh, forgive my rude demands upon thy cherished hours. But dear, I must confess to thee the truth. No sooner hast thou parted from my sight, but I do crave to see thee once again, as in my thirst is sharpened by what doth quench it. For thou hast sweetened the dry and austere life that I, the sometime heir of this great state, must take upon my shoulders, and the cares which are the rightful legacy of kings. This sovereign land I must one day command. Now, I cannot command my heart, since like a stallion stabled up too long, it pounds against its walls to be set free. Oh God, I long to feed on pastures green. So open the stable doors and set me free, and ride me hard throughout the glorious day beneath the envious Apollo's eye, and spare me not your spurs, but gird me on, guide me, tell me where you wish to go, and I'll obey so readily for thee, awaiting your answer impatiently. Hamlet. P.S. I have a burning secret in my soul that I one hour will sure reveal to thee.
Dear Hamlet, keep thy secret. Keep it deep. But if it burns, then thou must cast it out, and I will cool it for thee with my breath, until the fiery ember turns to ash, and then the winds will cast it in the air. For though thou art the Prince of Denmark, thou hast become king of my heart. A smaller territory, perhaps, and yet its heat doth never vary, nor its beat. And now heart beats as steadfast unto thee. I wish indeed I was a sovereign state, but thou didst rule with thy benign aspect, making strict laws that I must sure obey, and serve thy majesties in mighty wars when some audacious nation did take arms and saucily make claim to part of me. For I, thy land, am yours and yours alone. The hills and dales, rich forests and flowing brooks are all thine own to dally in and play. And orchards bearing fruit will yield to thee the heavy sweetness of thy industry. For know, my earth is fertile and so rich, will give its bounty up to him that toils. But think it not a toil, but some sweet joy to sweat thy brow in furrowing my fields. And then demand from me your kingdom's tax, that is to serve and heed your every whim, for that's the divine right of majesty. And if I fail to pay my king his due, thou must punish me accordingly, imprisoning me within thy mighty arms until my crime so insolent is purged. And if I beg thee for sweet charity, thou must release me for a little time until some new infringement doth summon me to purge my sins again. And so thy state shall be a happy one, knowing full well that if I obey my king, my life will be abundant and secure. But if I tarry and withhold the tithe that every man must render up to thee, thou wilt be just, but most severe with me. Ophelia.
Ophelia. Oh, Ophelia. My love. How doth thy name drip from my kiss-parched lips, like sweetest honey from a busy hive? But now dare I to send this letter thee, wherein I do confess, so shamefully, I long to pour the passions from my heart, yet tremble lest I overstep the mark and wound your ears by being premature, and fear to see thee startle at my words, as if I was a predatory beast, and thou an innocently grazing hind. Therefore I will not dare reveal those parts until my lady gives permission me to confess to you how much I yearn for thee. And let
Dearest dear, my princely lord, fear not to trust me with thy burning words, since I confess, I long to send my words to thee. For lovers whisper secret things when wounded by the dart of Cupid's trembling bow. Such honeyed sounds are not for mortal ears, since those who live in that strange world called love do speak a different language, that the gods do take delight in, and indeed eavesdrop. And so, my prince, be bold with me and free, and then I can be brave and bold with thee.